the real Mr. Fabulous, Todd Vandenberg, and I will be hosting a pre-WrestleMania pre-party, and you will be joining us. I mean, this is live, and we're just announcing this right now, but we're happy to have you come on, and whether you jump on for a segment or you stay for the show or you provide your insight. Because the one thing that the three of us do have in common is our love for WWE. World Wrestling Entertainment. We love it.
Yes, we do. I mean, we're to the point where I know my son and I were debating on heading up to New York, up your way, Ted, for SummerSlam in August. The only debate is that if we go to SummerSlam, the WWE is down in Orlando the next Saturday. So it's either, make that trip to New York, or do we go ringside to when it comes to Orlando the next week? So it's just, we have the network, we order all the pay-per-views, we watch as many Monday Night Raws. And for me, being a dad, it's quality time with my son because he gets pumped up for these events. We watch them together, we order food, and it's father-son time. And for me, there's nothing like it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I can agree with you. And I took my son during one of those New York blizzards. There was an event at the Nassau Coliseum. I took my son to it. We enjoyed ourselves. We had a great time, from whether it's from John Cena to Randy Orton to you name it, the various stars that were there for the Road to WrestleMania card. So we do share that common goal, and when it all comes down to it, it comes down to being that parent, being that father first, and figuring out everything else. So tell us. So we know your show is coming back on air. Tell us the day. The day of the week, what time we could usually expect you, and most importantly, tell us the ways to get in contact with you on social media.
Well, like I said, with the health issues and the personal things I've been taking care of for myself and my family, it's been kind of barren here and there, dabbing on social media. But NBA Full Court Press will be back in April. We're looking at right around the playoffs. So we're going to get everybody set for the playoffs. We're going to have a multitude of guests talking NBA playoffs because, in the NBA, this is our best time of year. Social media-wise, NBA DT29 on Twitter, NBA Full Court, NBA FCP Radio also on Twitter, the same as Facebook, NBA Full Court Press on Facebook. I pretty much answer anything and everything NBA-related, wrestling-related, also NCAA-related. So I'm going to be back on social media a lot more over the next few weeks, like I said, as the health gets better. And, for me, basketball-wise, Ted, it's my time of year. March, unfortunately, it's the first Thursday of the tournament, which I've worked in 11 years, where I'm not sitting on my couch watching March Madness. But for those who have to work like myself tomorrow, if you download the March Madness app, you will be okay at work tomorrow. Just know that if you don't have a cable provider, your phone, whatever device you're using, allows you 3 hours of uninterrupted watch any game you want to on your phone, tablet, computer, whatever, while you're at work. And they even have a boss mode button. So if your boss comes by, click the button, and pretty much a crazy screen pops up that makes it look like you're working. So I will be using that in full effect over the next 2 days at work and then watching the games when I come home.
Danny, I mentioned earlier on before Nicole came on, we're planning for next week a special episode. We won't be talking sports. We won't be talking parenting. We'll be talking a little technology, a lot of education in regards to a specific technology, and it touches upon what you just mentioned. If you don't have a cable provider, because nowadays the new norm is rolling without a cable provider and cutting the cord. You have so many different people cutting the cord, and these various providers or these individual outlets are now, they finally get it. They finally got the memo, they got the email, and they said, hey, people want to view our content, but they don't want to be some subscriber, some getting hijacked for some $90 or $120, $150 package per month. So I'm so happy that you mentioned that, some of the things that are going to be happening for March Madness. We thank you. With all that you're going through, definitely you have our prayers, and we talk all the time that with your health and everything, of course you're gonna be able to pull through this, and that we're gonna hear you back on the air very shortly, because my Thursday nights aren't the same. I'm used to listening to NBA DT 29 and then turning on Chuck for the post game show, and getting the best of the world of the NBA. So we got to get you back on here. Much respect, much love, and we thank you for coming on the show tonight.
Hey, Ted, anytime, we're like family. For those who don't know, Ted and I, just like every other guest, Ted treats everybody like, their family. So anytime you need me, I'm just a phone call or tweet away. I got you.
You got it, Danny. Danny, you get it one time, and thanks again. All right, thanks so much, Danny. That was NBA DT 29, Danny Thompson, from the NBA Full Court Press on our very own Happy Hour Network radio network, soon to be streaming network, soon to be Spreaker Network, soon to be iHeart Channel. Danny is aired also on I-95 Sports, NGSC Sports, and RF Real Fan Sports Network. So you can catch his great work. Also go to his site, NBA Full Court Press, NBAFCPradio.com. Closing out, it is now 52 minutes past the hour. Want to really briefly talk about the news and notes of what's happening. We have an article, there's some folks that are going to be coming on, the Taylor Francis Group that does great research about custodial grandparents. They're going to be coming on in the next few weeks. Upcoming, we're going to be talking about a new online babysitting course from the Red Cross. And there's free versions for readers. Readers, as a reader, would you love to know about, what sitters know and what they need to know about taking care of your children? What if they fell down the stairs, or they had a big bump that started forming, or if that child suffered from a nut allergy and or accidentally ingested tree nut flour? We got things to help prepare babysitters for emergency situations and everyday challenges. The Red Cross is launching an online-only child care course for sitters aged 16, a companion course to its online-only babysitting course for those aged 11 to 15. The course uses virtual neighborhoods and animated families to teach potential babysitters routine, child care, and behavior, safety inside and outside the house, and even the business of child care in a residential setting. So, we got so many different options. We're going to be reviewing the new Advanced Child Care Training online course in the next couple of weeks, sponsored by the Red Cross. Are you being bullied at school? Are you a victim? In the upcoming weeks, we're going to have none other than the very own former WWE champion, America's #1 requested school presenter, and author of How to Be the Happiest Person on the Planet, Mark Merrow. Every student should have a safe learning environment. How many students in school or in the community have been harmed by bullying? So, it's all about being a leader and showing that you care, and you can take the action with this guide designed for students and educators to plan bullying prevention events in your schools or communities. So we're going to have Mark Merrow joining us in a couple of upcoming weeks. One that's near and dear to me, because I'm a dog owner. I have a dog that's a part Shih Tzu and Yorkie, little itty bitty dog. So there's always this big guy walking this little dog, looking crazy in the street. But here's a couple of quick tips I want to give you. 10 quick tips for National Puppy Day. It's all about teaching children to care for something besides themselves. It's about being a non-judgmental pal. It's about teaching children to read nonverbal cues. But it's, of course, a teaching responsibility. It's letting boys practicing practice nurturing. It's providing a natural stress buster. It's talking about boosting confidence, providing stability, helping children express their emotions, and by making children laugh. We're talking about upcoming National Puppy Day, and which is on March 23rd, which is going to be National Puppy Day. So we have a child and parenting expert, Denise Daniels, that's going to be joining us in the next upcoming weeks. Real quickly, we want to talk about, we're always beating up on Apple. I know I go at them all the time because this week I'm sitting here looking at my Pebble smartwatch because you know what? I said no to Tim Cook, Johnny Ives, and even Dr. Dre, Jimmy Iovine. I said no because, you know what, I'm not interested in a $350 watch or that same watch that's $10,000 that is going to be obsolete in 18 months. I picked up myself. I reached out to our good friends at Pebble, and guess what? They gifted yours truly with its standard smartwatch, which goes retail for $99. You can go to the Pebble website, and they have their Kickstarter page up, but it's $99 retail. I love it. It does everything an Apple Watch will do, as per me playing my music, receiving a phone call, text messages, Facebook alerts, Twitter posts, all the above. But I want to talk real briefly, the one good thing Apple is doing, because it ties into what we're talking about. Apple is planning a web TV service this fall. It's in talks with programmers to offer a slimmed-down bundle of about 25 channels. I like it. I like what they're doing in that arena because we're going to be talking about Roku, Apple TV, Chromecast, with Matricom's CEO next week. They're calling me already about next week's show. But we're going to real briefly talk about Windows 10. It's Target's current pirate-free update. Windows 10 is going to be so hot that it's not only going to allow you to update your Windows 7 or 8 environment, but those folks that have pirated versions of Windows 7 or 8 or 8+1, it's going to give them a free upgrade to version 10.0. I mean, the move is mainly an attempt by Microsoft and its executive vice president, Terry Myerson, to take a look and bring the pirates users back into the official Microsoft sphere. And it's likely to have the greatest impact in China, where it's reported that the majority of the software is not properly licensed. So to tackle China, Microsoft's going to partner with Chinese companies Tencent and Kuaiyou 360. Microsoft also revealed that Windows 10 will launch in 190 countries this summer. So not only for your desktop users, not only for your Surface users, not only for the folks that run the Windows Phone, which one of them is my wife. She has a Windows Phone, courtesy of our good friends at AT&T. It's going to be across the board. But with that, we're going to say, folks, we definitely appreciate you joining us. This is a much better show than last week's. We're just excited. We're excited for March Madness. We're grateful for Danny Thompson joining us, talking about March Madness. Nicole Monique talking about That's What She Said Sports, talking about the world of adoption, talking about, the heartwarming stories she shared. We thank you for our news and notes. We will be back next week. And guess what? We leave with, when will I see you again? Hopefully that's next Wednesday, or hear us on one of our partners. Thank you.